So yeah, sorry about that. You know, got other things I need to attend to first. But yeah, as you can see, this is the deck. 40 cards. Not gonna give away too much. 40 cards. You guys can't really tell, or you might be able to, but it's slightly used. Focus. Yeah, it's slightly used. But they're still in great condition. They're not like bent or creased or anything. It's just that the edges are a bit worn. And it didn't come with sleeves, so I plan on getting myself some light blue sleeves at some point, or some dark blue ones. So here's the deck. 2 Gishki Beast, cause well, I'll just do a close up of the effect. There you go. I'm not gonna explain any of the deck. I'll probably just go back through it when I actually get some sleeves and do a full explanation, a full deck profile. But this is all I'm gonna do for now. But those beasts are just plain rare. Now 3 Ultra Gishki Abyss, 2 Ultra Aerial, 2 Secret Gishki Chain, 1 Ultra Gishki Amelia, 2 and 3 Ultra Shadow, 3 Gishki Vision, and that is it for the main monsters. You know what? I'm gonna keep these just like this, condensed but still there. Alright. Now, if you notice Shadow and Vision, I run 3 of each because, well, I'm just gonna explain these guys, but you know, they're the primary ritual summoning conditions besides Aquamirror. So now onto the rituals. 1 Secret Avagishki Gust Kraken, 1 Secret Avagishki Mind Aegis, whatever you want to call it, and 3 Secret Soul Ogres. Soul Ogre is the primary win condition, other than maybe like Mind Aegis or Gust Kraken, which you don't really go into all that often with this deck. But you really use Aquamirror, which I run 3 of in this deck, like you should with any other deck, any other Gishki deck, unless you use like Gishki Aqua Photo Mirror or whatever it's called, or or that one trap that lets you do it. But I don't, so I run 3 of those. And Soul Ogre paired with Aquamirror, or any Ritual Gishki really paired with Aquamirror, is a really good match because you can use Aquamirror's second-hand ability to recycle an Aquamirror back into the deck and put one of them back into your hand. And that's basically what you do with Soul Ogre. You just recycle cards. You recycle himself and you recycle other cards. So, yeah. Sorry, I got off focus there. Now, onto the normal common spells. Oh, yes. And these Aquamirrors are all Ultra. Now, common spells, we have Dark Hole. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy, 1 Monster Reborn. You know, the trio. And then 1 Starfoil MST and 2 common MSTs. And you know, guys, I mean, like, besides the minor details of the corners and stuff, these cards are basically in mint condition. Like, this is probably the worst card in the deck in terms of condition, where the corner is like bent like that. All the others are pretty much mint. Then we have 3 common salvage, 2 bottomless, both common, a compulse common, actually 2 compulse, 1 rare, 1 common. An ultra warning. Oh man, look at that. How you guys like that? Dat warning. And 2 white text common torrential. So yeah, that's the deck profile, guys. Look forward to more Dev Pro duels in the future because you guys like them. You seem to appreciate having duels up on my channel more so than me just like talking and ranting about whatever for about 15 minutes, which isn't that long to be doing stuff, but when you're just sitting and watching a video, I get it. It can be boring. So, yeah. My next video will probably be when I get some sleeves, my new dual deck holder deck box, like the pros use. And, yeah, and when I go for a Evigishki Merogeist. But for the time being, yeah, this is the deck. And, but what I'm initially going to do, well, these torrentials are actually kind of bad. I didn't even notice them. So this torrential right here is probably the worst card in the deck condition-wise. This torrential's okay, but I have another torrential, so I can just swap this. Like, I can swap this one for mine, which is a slightly better. And what I think I'm going to do is take out one of the torrentials for a well, I'm going to take out a Mystical Space Typhoon for a Moray of Greed, and then taking out the torrential for a double summon. You know, because that may not seem like the most ideal play to make when it comes to like building a deck or editing a deck. But my card vendor, ZE Prism, yeah, you should sub him and sub to the Digital Fox 42, and of course sub to me. But my card holder actually has a double summon. Then I'm gonna go for a DT Merogeist, like I already said, to complete the set of rituals. And then I'm going to go for a DT Moray of Greed. If I can get one. I'm not quite sure which pack Moray of Greed came in. I think it did come out in Hidden Arsenal 6 though, so it should be in the dual terminal. But if I don't get either of those in the dual terminal, probably with my first try, you know, like putting in a 5 and then seeing what happens. If I don't get either of them, I'll just buy them at my local card shop. Which will be where the dual terminal was anyway, so yeah. But, double summon, Moray of Greed. I really love running them along with, Merogeist, simply because it's so much easier to recycle my salvages. Like, when I run out of salvage, it just makes things so incredibly easy when I have that option, you know? Like, when I have the ability to recycle them without having to get a, without having to actually get a ritual monster in the grave first. I mean, normally what you would do is you pull 2 Soul Ogres, search them with Vision, search them with 2 Visions, then search your Aqua Mirror with your Shadow, and give up 1 to summon the other, or that's one of the ways. Like, that's an alternative way of summoning them with this deck. And then you would use Aqua Mirror's ability to get that one that you just lost back to your hand and put Aqua Mirror back in the deck. But when you have one of your Aqua Mirrors in the grave and the other ritual on the field, because you use Shadow or Vision to summon it, you can't do that. So that's when Moray of Greed would come in handy, because I can play it and, you know, do all the drawing and stuff, or recycling and stuff. And then that's also where the 3 salvage comes into play as well. But, sorry, I'm like turning this into a whole full-blown deck profile, which is not what I wanted to do. But, yeah. So that's why I'm going to be subbing in Moray of Greed and Double Summon. Double Summon simply because I can get more targets onto the field. First hand, like say I set a Aqua Mirror last turn, then if I play Double Summon, I can summon Beast or Chain, and then double summon a Shadow, and use like Beast effect and special level 4 lower from the grave. Then I can overlay into Merogeist, and I can use Shadow's effect to summon a ritual monster. So I'll have Merogeist and most likely Soul Ogre or Mind Dog, or something like that. One of the rituals on the field already, that's a pretty powerful force to reckon with. So yeah, that's the deck profile, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.